Hey guys, welcome, it's TheCardists, and imagine if I could tell you that there was a way to have 7 deck reviews in a row. I know, many people don't have this. I've even put on this special shirt just because it's feeling tropical. For 2 reasons, there's 7 days of deck reviews, and if you're watching this, this is the end of the deck reviews for 7 days, or this is the start. So, if you guys enjoyed the deck reviews, make sure you comment down below and let us know, because we will do it again. If you guys enjoy these we'll do this very often, when we do 7 deck reviews in a space of just over 7 days, of just bang bang bang, each day there's a new deck review, and we are looking to do 1 whole month of deck reviews, or possibly a whole year, 365 days of deck reviews. So let us know what your thoughts are. We really want to grow this channel. Enjoy the video and enjoy the deck review. Hey guys, welcome back, it's TheCardists, and welcome back to another one of my reviews for the 7 decks of reviews in a week. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Kings playing cards. Now this is by Daniel Madison and Peter McKinnon, and they are the top Ellusionist designers artists. And basically this deck was 2 years in the making, and it's actually printed by the USPCC. This deck comes in the I can't even say it. This deck actually comes with Monomachus stack, so I'll leave that name just on the screen so you guys can go check it out. And basically you can have a look into that. It was actually a book, and yeah, and basically what that means is it looks like when this is opened, it looks like a normal deck of cards, but actually there you can find out the exact location of a card due to this stack. Okay, and basically we're going to have a look over a few things. This is the retail stock traditional cut. It's an air cushion finish, and also the king is Daniel Madison, so the king of hearts is Daniel Madison, and Peter McKinnon is, no, the king of hearts is Peter McKinnon, and I think the king of diamonds is Daniel Madison. And then also the jokers have the representation of the swords from both of the kings from hearts, and I'll show you those in a second. And it's also got a reader back as well, so there you go. But let's have a look what you get. So first off, I'm going to start quite close up on the tuck case because it's quite simple. You can see it's kind of like a solid gold block, but it has this embossing here of both swords from each of the kings, so because obviously they're both on one of the cards each, so they also have a different sword, so they both have that crossing over. On the side you can see it has think like kings, and on the other side as well it then has, so then we have the Ellusionist playing card company there, and on the top we can see it also has Madison, McKinnon, okay, with the 2 swords crossing. Now this is like a gold block, you pop it open, it would be nice if they painted the inside, but it doesn't really matter. But let's move on to the actual cards you get. Now apart from this looking like a gold block, this is all foil, so what I'd recommend is when opening it, I know some people open the tuck case with their nail for some reason, just literally, for example, it's already peeled, just do it with your thumb, because it will actually, as you notice, it is already looking a bit shabby on the flap. But now let's have a look at the cards you receive. Now what I meant by it comes, for example, with 2 different swords. Now these obviously represent to the actual kings, so let me show you those, just because then you get an idea, because I could just be talking mumbo jumbo, which is possible. So first off we have the King of Hearts, which is Peter McKinnon. Okay, and you can see that it matches the sword that he has here, so if we have a look, the sword he's got matches. Then we look at Daniel Madison, and you can see the sword he has matches the jokers. So the jokers themselves actually have the same, they just literally, that's why they're crossed over. So when it comes to the back design, you can see that continues the whole way across, and this is a reader back as well. And the reader back isn't like the design, it's actually basically a way to like look at the card and know what it is, by when it's facing the table. So have a look more into that, and just type that into Google and you should find out a lot more information about that. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at the Ace of Spades. Okay, when it comes to the Ace of Spades, we can see we have a sliced ace. Now, what this actually is it's just an ace. It's quite custom. It has on there, think like kings. So they really want you to think like kings. Now, do you guys feel like you think like kings? Do you think that or not? Is that just me? I don't think I'm a king. I don't. Wish I was. Be fun, I think. But all round it does look the same. Like even if you go to the spades, obviously these are in just a normal like kind of way. They've done the exact same thing. It's not really a custom deck, so it does annoy me. And you guys know what I think of Daniel Madison decks. I think they're cool, but they just become repetitive. It's like we want something new. So even going to like the following pips, like the pips, you can see they're just standard bicycle. There's no changes going through. But then you get to the royalty, you can see all they've done is just darken the colour tones. And there you go, so they've actually darkened the colour tones as well for those. But what's it look like for the other? Okay, moving on with the Queen. Now the actual Queen for the Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Diamonds is actually a custom face as well, and that's the other custom royalty. Then we have a standard, and you can see the colours for the red are actually like a dark burgundy, which you guys know I like. I do like kind of a burgundy colour with the actual decks. It's quite a dark burgundy going the whole way through, and then you get a standard custom ace. Sorry, it's normal custom ace from the USBCC. It's just the standard we're used to. But what's it like for the other two pips? When I mean the other two pips, I mean the other two suits. So we have the clubs, and this is no particular order. I've just mixed these up just to show you that it just looks like a standard deck the whole way through. You can see there's no change. It just goes the whole way through, just looking standard. So yes, it's a good thing, and no, it's a bad thing at the same time, because you would particularly want this deck to actually have a bit more unique to it, apart from just, yes, it has a custom ace, custom jokers, and custom back, which is just literally the jokers just crossed over. It does have an awesome back, because obviously the reader back, but it's just, I feel like it should have a bit more. Like, why not have these custom? Because I don't think this is a deck you could use in, like for Magic, because people, that's a bit, it's not really it doesn't look as noticeable if you just use a bicycle, because that looks a lot easier to do. And also you can turn that into a reader back anyway, or turn it into a marked deck anyway, if you actually have seen my video on how to mark a deck. Before I forget, this deck actually comes with a double backer, so this is actually quite useful for Magic as well. So there you go, there's a double backer. Now for handling. Okay, so for the handling of this deck, now this is what we've stated as air cushion finish. This is the traditional stock, sorry, retail stock with the traditional cut, meaning it's going to handle perfectly anyway, because you know how the USBCC do it. They have an amazing array of decks of cards, and the stock of them as well is awesome. Now, obviously with Ellusionist, you know how my feelings are, where it's like sometimes they're overpriced decks, and you're not really getting much. It's like Fury 11 where they do the exact same thing, where they just customize the colour and they just do a custom back design. Like, what's the point? Like, a custom deck to me, I think, needs to be more custom. It needs to have custom pips, just a bit more, you know, customization, which is, I love it. I like a simple deck, but if it's obviously got the purpose of a simple deck, this is meant to be some amazing deck of cards, and I don't see why, because I would rather just have a bicycle than this deck. I don't know what you guys think. I would definitely have this over, I'd rather have a bicycle, sorry, over this deck. I don't know if you guys are the same. Do you guys share the same view as me on the Daniel Madison decks? Do you think there's just too many? And obviously, there you go for a Giant Fan. It doesn't look bad in a Giant Fan at all. And obviously, it doesn't even handle bad. Don't get me wrong. This isn't a deck I wouldn't say don't get. But it's like, it's another Daniel Madison deck. And it's like, okay, here's another deck. What's this one got to offer? Yes, it's got the breeder back, and yes, it's got a bit of a story to it, and yes, the box looks awesome. It looks like a block of gold, but at the same time, this is just another Daniel Madison deck, and I think it is an okay deck to get, but I wouldn't recommend, and this wouldn't be in my top 10, so don't think that. Okay, so that was my review of this deck, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then just, see, why is that happens always to me, guys? I always end up trying to do a double lift, but I always get like a really odd card, like, I'll end up doing a double lift, just do a colour change, and then I'll end up having the King of Hearts, and I'll change it to the Queen. It's just, I think I'm very unlucky with that one. So, look, for example, watch this will just end up being a 3. No, okay, that did change, which is really, really good. But all round, this was my review. What did you guys think? Comment down below what you think of this deck. If you liked it, give it a like. If you like it as well, give it a subscribe if you're new to the video. We're so close to 40k. And check out the previous video just up there. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching 7 days of deck reviews. I'll see you guys next one. Goodbye.
Me a tell you, me a warrior, tell you the murderer.